and welcome to Mama Ruth's house. So glad you stopped in. Today, with Mother's Day coming up, I thought we would do some fun um, items that are Weight Watcher friendly, low sugar, um, and just yummy. The first one we're going to be making of this series, it's going to be a three-part series, is we're going to do sugar-free pineapple upside down muffins. And we are going to be using the zero sugar Pillsbury yellow cake mix, sugar-free instant vanilla pudding, the vegan, I can't believe it's not butter, the Truvia Brown Sugar, which is 0 points. And then we're going to be using pineapple in its own juice and maraschino cherries, some unsweetened applesauce. We use that instead of any kind of oil in our cake mix. 2 whole eggs and 2 egg whites, and a teaspoon of vanilla. And this just makes it our own, and just makes it, I think, personally, I think it just makes it a little bit not like it tastes like it's out of the box. And then also we're going to add a half a cup of the pineapple juice that I reserved and a half a cup of water to make 1 cup of the liquid. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the pan, and I'm going to put a half of teaspoon of the vegan, I can't believe it's not butter. You can use whatever you'd like, but that's what I'm using today, in each tin. And I'm using the jumbo ones so that the pineapple will fit in there. So I know they're not going to be very tall, thick, but I think it'll look nice and taste delicious. These are 9 points each for each one. Let me scoot you down. All right. So I've already put the margarine in this one. I'm going to put it in this one. So all I'm doing is putting in just a half a teaspoon in each tin, in each well. I didn't thought you didn't want to see all 12, so I did 12 of them ahead of time. I'm just going to pop this in the oven and melt it while we're talking and while we're working on the rest. And then we'll put the brown sugar in it and get them ready. All right. All right. It doesn't take long to melt at all. If you've watched me at any length of time, you know that I always sift my dry ingredients. I feel like it just makes it a little bit lighter cake. Can go ahead and add the pudding as well. I really, really like these zero sugar cake mixes to start, like a starter cake mix. I was thinking this would be a nice addition to our brunch that we're going to be making. I told you this is a 3-part series. So we are going to be making a low-calorie Eggs Benedict, and we're also going to be making some beautiful fruit kebabs, And then we can have a little green salad along the side. It just makes it look nice and just a little added bonus for the brunch. And then we'll have this for our dessert. Okay, now put this aside. Let me go put it. So our butter is all melted. I'm just going to pop that right over here for just a brief second. It doesn't take long at all to melt the margarine. And you can do the same thing with everything, like a regular cake mix, regular pudding without the, that has full sugar. It'll be great like that as well. So you can do it either way, and you can do butter instead of the margarine. So I'm going to put this aside for just a second while we are going to finish up so now what we're going to do with our pans to get them ready. Stuff out of the way. We're now going to put a tablespoon of the Truvia brown sugar in each one. Just like regular brown sugar, you can pack it and it works really well. It has the same texture as regular brown sugar, which is very nice. It's a little higher in points than somebody might want to spend. But if it's for a special occasion, I believe, you'd kind of plan for it. So I'm just going to mix that around just to get it incorporated with the margarine. Okay, so I'm just kind of making sure that they're kind of even in our bottom of our pan. All right. That was a little noisy, huh? All right. Now we're going to put 1 pineapple in the bottom and kind of press it down in there. And these are the jumbo muffin pans that it fits a pineapple quite nicely. This is one of my personal favorite cakes. I enjoy the pineapple upside down cakes. Now I patted dry the pineapples, so I just like to press them down in there so they're touching the brown sugar and getting all that yumminess on them. My hands are clean. I wash them many times a day when I'm doing cooking. Now, we're going to drop, you can choose not to do this. Some people don't care for maraschino cherries, but you can certainly omit them if you are not a fan. Or you can just put them in there and then they can just pick them out either way. Totally up to you. I personally love them and I like the way it looks when they're done. I've said it many times when I'm cooking on my channel here that we all eat with our eyes. So if it looks yummy, we tend to even want it more, if that makes any sense to you guys. All right, I'm going to wash my hands. Now I am going to spray the sides of the pans with Baker's Joy, just to make sure that our cake doesn't stick. So I'm just going to All right. Now we're going to set these aside until we're ready with our batter. This is a pretty easy cake. We're going to add our juice and water, the 1 cup, so it's a half a cup of juice, the pineapple juice that we reserved. Put a third of a cup of unsweetened applesauce. That's for our oil, since we're not using any kind of margarine or oil or anything in there. Teaspoon of vanilla. Can't have too much vanilla in it, something. Well, I guess you can, but. And then 2 whole eggs and 2 egg whites. Okay. I'm going to beat that together here. I usually just beat it to incorporate everything a little bit better, and then I scrape down the sides and beat it some more. Just kind of scoop it all in there. I can smell the pineapple juice in it. It smells wonderful. I'm not left-handed, so it makes it kind of awkward when I'm doing it like that. All right, so I am going to start. Let's put all this away. That might be okay. Maybe I should have did a little less because we may not have enough batter. Maybe it's a 1/4 of a cup, but we'll see. Yeah. I think it's more like a 1/3 of a cup we'll put in each one. I can always take some out of these first ones. I wasn't quite sure how much we were going to be putting in each one, so. It's pretty easy to fix that. I'm going to take and scoop some out of each one. I'm going to spread it around just a little bit, kind of make it a little more even in your cups. Pretty much you want like 2/3 of the batter in each 2/3 of the well. You want to fill it about 2/3 full. Well, those look pretty even to me. Again, I'll let you know at the end how long we actually baked them. I'm going to take these, get some of the air bubbles out. I'm going to wipe off any of the residue of the Baker's Joy off the top. You don't have to do that. I'm just doing it. Okay, these are going to go in the oven at 325. And we're going to look at them in 20 minutes. So I'm starting those first because they're going to take a little bit of time. And then we're going to next work on the kebabs. And then the Eggs Benedict, because it doesn't take very long at all. All right, we'll be back in about 20 minutes. Welcome back. So our pineapple upside down cake muffins have been in the oven. It took 25 minutes to get them done. And then I cooled them on a rack so they're on a cooling rack for 10 minutes. Now we're going to invert them. So I'm going to take a cookie sheet. Let me see, I'll turn you around a little bit. And I'm going to just put this right on top. Take some oven mitts because it's still pretty warm. And hopefully this will work the way I'm thinking it's going to work. And we're just going to flip it. Well, probably have to do one at a time. I thought I could do two, but I'm not quite that talented. So we're going to do one first, and we're going to just flip it over. And we just had a little bit of an accident here. Not too bad. We lost one maraschino cherry. So those look pretty good. You can't see them yet, huh? Hold on one second. I should have, I'm going to do it on the next ones, cut off the top so that they lay evenly. But if I'm just eating them at home, I'm not. But to make it pretty, I'm going to cut the tops, or make sure that they're cut off even. So let me take a knife, and I'll get the second batch, and we'll just make sure they're even. Doesn't have to be perfect, just a little more even than that. Oh, I think I'm going to be able to touch these. So I'm going to put you down so you can see. Just going to make sure they're loose in there, turning them a little bit. And then I'm just going to pop them out. So we had just a couple of accidents, which is really easy to fix because once they start cooling, it'll kind of stick to each other. So those look pretty good. I'm pretty pleased. All right, so I am going to put them on a little serving dish like this for what we are going to do. Look how cute that looks. And we'll leave those aside. Super cute. All right, now this is the finish of our first segment. I'm just kind of making sure they're even so that when they cool, it sticks. This is the end of our first segment for our 3-segment Mother's Day brunch. I'm going to put these to cool. And next we're going to be making our kebabs. See you soon.